and we're recording.
So I don't know about y'all, but I don't know what the fuck I'm doing on this episode.
It's my time, bitch. Last week was your time. This week is my time. We're doing Supernatural. Yes. So, before we start, I just want you to tell me, what do you know about Supernatural?
I know the basic consensus is that these two brothers, like, fight paranormal, like, demons and ghosts, and, like, one of their wives are dead, and they see them as a ghost?
One of their wives is dead? Okay,
yeah, so his fucking wife is dead.
Yeah, okay, here are the spoilers. Oh no. Season 1 spoilers for a show that's going into season 15.
Jesus, it's still there.
Honestly, if you haven't watched Supernatural at this point, like, I'm sorry. You're gonna get spoiled for seasons upon seasons of television.
Yeah.
No, so you're thinking of Sam's girlfriend, Jess, and she dies in the first episode.
Oh, lit.
Yeah, he sees her for a little bit of the first season, and then... he, gets over it. And then, he starts his dick curse. That's not a real thing. Right. It's just like 99.9% of women who sleep with him or are in a relationship with him, they fucking die.
Right.
So, Sammy has a killer dick. Well, I mean, he's only ever had one relationship, but sure. More like Octavia.
So he had a relationship, and then he started flirting with that girl from...
Oh, yeah, that's true. Luna's
and
Rig,
she died, and he was like, that's it, I'm done.
That's it?
Bye. I'm out.
There is no light at the end of the tunnel, there is only tunnle.
So long, farewell, Evina, say goodnight.
Monty...
Evina, say good...
I'm sorry.
Monty...
Alright. So, do you know anything else, or is that it?
I know the guy from Glee was in one episode.
Yeah, Corey is in the second episode. R.I.P. Finn Hudson, I hate you, but Corey Monteith was my boy. Yeah, he's in the second episode. He's one of the people who die in the first 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all
That's all you know?
all I forgot.
Alright. I figured I would ask. I don't know what you pick up from all the shit I reblog, if you see it,
I retain absolutely none of that information.
You just see it and drag it over to the waste bin?
Yep, I'm like, oh, look at that Gina posted.
Oh, it's a Supernatural reblog of that one guy. Okay. Scroll!
Wow, work.
Yeah, so I have been watching Supernatural since 2014. I got into it a little bit, like, right when season 9 started, around the 4th episode, and that show holds my binge watch record. Let me tell ya, I watched 8 seasons plus episodes in 13 days.
You were like, only this.
Only this, and while I was going to school.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
I mean, it was, like, near the beginning of the year, since every season premieres in October. And so, the work wasn't, like, overbearing me or anything. But, yeah. That's all I did. I mean, I would take breaks, and I would, like, watch some YouTube or something. Yeah.
Cool.
Alright. You wanna just, you wanna dive on in?
Who's going first this week?
I'm going first this week.
Got it.
How appropriate. You went first for your thing, and I'm going first for my thing.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, I was like, oh shit. I realized that when I was editing, and I was like, oh. Okay.
Hey, it works.
Cool. Alright. So...
Is there anything I should really know before?
I'll explain if I have to... If I find something in the fic, because I don't remember what's in this fic. I read it, but, like, I kind of skimmed the later chapters, but, like, I know they're short. So, I don't know what they put in here. But, yeah, and then if I need to explain anything in yours, I'll do that.
Yeah, mine needs some explaining, but I don't know if it's from you.
Okay. You might just have to track down the author.
Hey, bitch, on paragraph 12.
You said this.
Now, what the fuck does that mean?
Yeah. I don't know. If I need explaining? If you need an explanation, I'll give it to you. Alright, so mine is called Hunter Love. Dean Winchester X-Reader. And just... You were just a hunter hunting with your uncle when you first met him. That's it.
You were a hunter hunting?
You were just a hunter hunting with your uncle when you first met him.
Solid background.
And it has 46,500 reads.
Wow.
I've been forgetting to do my stats these past few episodes, so I wanted, before I dived in. And 172K votes.
Sweet. So they've been at it.
They've been at it. And then yet they only have 9 parts. Okay.
Mine only has 5, so.
Alright. December.
Back at it again with the short ass.
Yep. Fics. Well, this is longer than last week's.
Hey.
December 10th through 16th, 1987. Your name, hurry up, your Uncle Grant is here to pick you up. Kara, your mom, shouted. You excitedly ran downstairs and jumped into your uncle's arms. Hey, kiddo, how does it feel to be 8? Grant asked. Great, I can't wait to spend the next couple of days with you. What are we going to do? How are we going to spend my birthday? Ooh, am I gonna... Whoa, slow down there. You will know we get to the cabin. Grant laughed as he spoke. Well, you guys be careful now. Take care of her, Grant. Connor, your dad,
this sounds
demanded.
like a gross setup.
I know, I was like, I was gonna say the same thing, and I was like, no, I can't. But I'm thinking it. Next thing, you and Grant were off to the cabin for your birthday and quality time. Hey, kiddo, wake up, we're here, Grant said as he was shaking you. You opened your eyes and saw the beauty of the cabin and the nature around it. The very relaxing forest, the crystal blue lake, and finally, the medium-sized cabin with lots of windows. Well, see, there you go. Not the back can happen. There's lots of windows. Wow, was all you could say, and with a smile on your face. Come on, let's get your stuff in your room, Grant stated as you walked up to the cabin. You guys spent the last of your birthday eating s'mores and ice cream, and just talking about whatever. The next morning, she woke up. I don't know why we switched to third person, but alright. And saw... we out here being in third person, bitch. And saw Grant... Hello. Black and yellow, hello. Yeah, I just quoted B-Movie, what about it?
Oh, yours was better.
The next morning, she woke up and saw Grant in the yard waiting for her. When you got outside, you asked, what are you doing out here? Your name, since you are 8, and yes, I know it's still young, I'm going to tell you something that I haven't told anyone else in the family about, he hesitantly said. Okay, what? I'm a hunter. Not like the hunters that shoot deer or anything. Hunter as in I hunt monsters. Monsters? They're real? But why are you telling me all this? I want to teach you how to hunt. You know, start them young so they learn better. The John Winchester method of parenting, minus the neglect.
Beautiful.
So you're safe. The only reason Sam and Dean became hunters in the first place is because their dad was obsessed with finding the demon that killed their mom. That's literally the only reason. Had their mom not have died, they could have had great lives.
Great.
But who knows? Ugh. But yeah. So you're safe. You hesitantly agree. You trained and trained and trained for the rest of the week. Hey kid, happy birthday. By the way, the monster in your closet is real. Here's a gun. Summer of 1995, Part 1. This is Chapter 2, by the way.
Great.
You were so excited. You get to spend the entire summer with your Uncle Grant, and since you're 15 and you've been training for a couple of years, you get to finally go on a hunt. When you get to the now old cabin, you see Grant not paying attention and decide to do a sneak attack you were taught a while ago. Shit! Your name? Grant said, startled. You bet your sorry ass it is. Grant, falling off your A-game? Oh, really now, he said, as kicking you to the ground and pinning you. You sure about that? Huh, I guess I was wrong. So anyway...
This is getting sexual.
So anyway, what, where, and when is the hunt? Quick, Salt and Burn, Wyoming. We leave tonight and get there sometime tomorrow, so get your shit. After that hunt, you did many more. Gin, ghosts, vampires, ragaroo, and the hardest one until your last hunt of the summer was a hellhound. You had 2 more weeks of summer left, and you wanted to do one more hunt. So as you were looking through like a football, the newspaper for a case, you saw an article about 2 people getting their throat slit and no sign of a break-in. Hey, Grant, might have found something, you said. What you find, kiddo? I'm not exactly sure, but I think it's just a vengeful spirit. Yeah, it could be. It's only a 3-hour drive. It wouldn't hurt to check it out. When you and Grant get to the town the case is in, you do what you normally do, ask the victim's families questions and such. Grant did all the talking while you waited in the car because you didn't look old enough to be a detective. So, in the meantime, you were doing some research, trying to find the spirit who might have done it. That's when you saw Grant leaving the house and returning the car. So, what did you find out? You asked. Not much. Throat slits, no sign of break-in, and no reasonable connection except the same neighborhood. But anyway, you find any violent deaths? No. That's the thing. No violent deaths in a very, and I mean very, long time. What the hell is this? I don't know, kid. Let's check out the second Vic's house, Grant said as he started to drive off. As you arrived at the Vic's house, you searched the entire place. No EVP, no ectoplasm, nothing ghost-related. But you kept researching and found some sulfur on the windowsill. You knew that only one thing leaves this behind. Shit, you said. You find something? Yeah, but it's not good. It's a demon. Demon? Your name. We are not cut out for a demon. I mean, the only reason you know about them is because of Bobby. Girl, if you're watching Supernatural, why are you spelling Bobby wrong? That's my question.
Side note, y'all know a Jin is just a demon from, India, right?
Well, within the show, it doesn't really, fall in that, but it kind of, it's hard to describe this. So, essentially, you get knocked out, and it, drinks your blood while you, are, living in a dream place. But you get what I mean. You think you're in heaven, and it's just fucking eating you alive. In the meantime, in reality.
In the real world is basically just a negative or demonic force, just like in India or Asia or what have you. It's where Genie comes from.
Yeah, that one I did know. I just didn't know the demonic part about it.
Yeah, it's a demonic evil entity, typically.
Yeah, that's what it is in this show. I know. I mean, it was a good episode. It was a sad episode, too. I know. Wait, did you hear that? You asked hearing 2 people talking in the other room. Who are you and what the hell are you doing here? Grant says you both were pointing guns. By the way, guys, before we continue, just a little, as I always do, I tell you when I'm wearing the appropriate merch. Got one of my many Supernatural shirts on. This tank top says The Road So Far on the back, and there's a bunch of screenshots from the show on it. My personal favorite is one of Cass holding Dean that I'm not going to describe context for, but it looks like they're butt fucking.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Oh, see it?
Love it.
Doesn't it look like them?
Yeah.
They're going at it. Anyway.
It's the second to last day of Gay Pride Month.
Might as well.
Why not?
Now back to your regularly scheduled terrible fic. Summer of 1995, Part 2. Whoa, hold it, we're hunters, a boy about your age said. Why should I believe you? You asked, still pointing your gun at him. Calm down, princess. Why is it so common? It's like, oh, hey, they're a smartass. You have to say princess. I've
never been
single
called a princess in my
fic.
Life, and I've met a lot of smartasses.
Same. Listen.
It's not real. It doesn't happen.
I do it, but that's because Patrick is Patrick. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a very specific character.
But, so many people do it just to seem like they're being a smartass. When in reality, no. No. The only time I've ever actually heard that in a show, I don't remember. One time, I don't even remember. The other time is obviously The 100.
Yeah.
You can have Bellamy Blake say princess to be a smartass in your fics. Because he did it. Anyway. My name's Dean Winchester, and this is my dad, John. We're trying to figure out why this spirit went after these people, Dean said with his cute but irritating grin. Well, the name's your name, and this is Grant. I like how she's not even like, this is my uncle. She's like, no, this is Grant. He my fucking buddy.
Uncle and niece relationship is weird here.
Yeah. And hate to break it to you hot stuff, but this ain't a ghost. It's a goddamn demon, said irritated. What? Dean, stay with her. Grant, I need to talk to you, John ordered and went into another room with your uncle. After John and Grant went into the other room, you sat in the corner of the room and Dean followed. You sat in silence for a couple of minutes, but you could tell that Dean was staring at you. What? You asked, aggravated. I was just thinking, how does a pretty girl like you get into a dangerous job like this? Dean, you seem like a cool guy and all, but we're on a job. And if we weren't on a job, try being flirtatious again when we're done, K. Romeo? This dialogue makes me want to vomit.
Jesus.
You suggest... Listen, my boy is a man whore. However, he actually has game, and you're not giving it to him. Hey. You suggest, and Dean chuckles, then suddenly you see Grant and John come bursting through the door of the room they were in. Following them was that black-eyed dick. You and Dean went to go help them, but the demon flung you both against the wall, leaving you helpless. John and Grant both passed out, but the demon wasn't worried about them. It was coming toward you. Such a pretty girl. Oh god, are we gonna get rapey? It said, brushing a piece of your hair from your face. So what demon are you? Labara? Cobal? You said with a scowl.
LeBron James.
LeBron James.
LeBron James.
If that's wrong, Mammon, the demon of extreme greed for wealth or material gain. But none of the demons in this show have a specific thing. They're just, hey, this is my name. I'm a fucking demon. Like,
yeah.
I don't know why they felt the need to do this, but I don't know why they felt the need to do a lot of things. So, whatever. If that's so, then why are you going to kill us? Well, Lucifer wants you dead for some reason, and he promised to give me everything I want if I destroy you and the Winchesters. Oh, and your uncle. I'm just killing for fun, Mammon said with a smile.
Great.
Quirky.
Love it.
Loves it.
Goodbye.
Yeet. How about you screw off, you black-eyed son of... I want to do a Dean voice so bad. I'm holding back. Because it like your Henry voice, it destroys my throat.
Yeah.
But it's so fun. Dean said before he started to choke. And how you wait your turn, little Winchester, Mammon said very rudely before you managed to kick them. Oh, you shouldn't have done that. Now Grant has to die first, Mammon said while snapping Grant's neck. I swear to God, I will find a way to kill you, you shouted while fighting the tears away. Good luck with that. It's going to be quite hard with a broken arm and stab wound in the stomach. You're acting like she can't track you down later in life, my guy.
Yeah, you ever heard of Facebook?
She just fucking looks up Mammon the Demon on Facebook. Alright, I'm gonna catfish you, I'm gonna get you the hotel room, and then I'm gonna kill you!
Goodbye.
That's an episode I want to see.
Oh.
And a stab wound in your stomach, he said while breaking your arm and conjuring a knife and plunging it into your stomach. That's when you started to black out, and that's when you heard John saying the exorcism. You must have came to. The next time you woke up, you were in someone's arms, and then in a car, then in what you think was a hotel room? You finally woke up fully and you were in an unknown bed. You started looking around and saw Dean passed out in a chair across from the bed you were in. You tried to sit up, but there is a pain in your stomach and an arm that hurts like a bitch. And you groan a little. Next thing you know, Dean is up and rushing towards you. Hey, relax, lay down, or sit or something, Dean demanded. Oh, what happened, you painfully asked. You don't remember? Well, the demon stabbed you and almost broke your arm, so I carried you out to our car, and me and my dad brought you back here. What about Grant? Is he okay? Your name, I'm sorry, he said with some sorrow. Get some rest, okay? You nod and go to sleep. In your sleep, you start to remember what happened. That Grant got killed because you stupidly tried to fight the demon. It was your fault. This made you start to freak out and start to cry in your sleep. Girl, I've been there too. And you woke up to Dean shaking. Your name, calm down. Your name, he said as you started to sob. What's wrong? What happened? It's my fault, Dean. It's my fault Grant's dead. If I wasn't so goddamn stupid, he would be here. I can't go back home. I can't face them. It's not your fault. It was a demon. Okay, girl, your parents literally don't even know you're a hunter or he's a hunter. You could just say, oh, we were out in his cabin and then he had a heart attack. That's it. The end, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It's not your fault. It was a demon. Something that we never really faced before. Hell, we didn't even know it was a demon until it was too late. Now, can you please calm down and stop crying? How about we watch a movie or something? It's just us right now, so whatever you want. Okay, can we watch your favorite movie? You asked. And Dean nodded and sat next to you on the bed. You spent the rest of the day talking with Dean just about random things, watching movies, and then you fell asleep on the Winchesters' shoulders. My question is, where the fuck is Sam?
Yeah, why is it just, aren't they brothers?
Well, they are brothers, even if, so, they're 4 years apart. So if Dean is 15, Sam is 11, and by 11, I'm pretty sure, yeah. Within the show, it was like 11 or 12 when he actually found out, like, hunting and everything. So he would be with them, or he'd at least be in the hotel room. And he's not in the motel room, so I'm just like, where the hell is he? Did you just drop him off at Bobby's house and not mention it?
Bye.
Bye.
Yeet.
Yeet. Just threw him out of the window. Yeet.
Yeah.
The next morning, you woke to Dean sleeping with his arm around you. You look up at his face, studying his facial features. He had a lot of freckles and a small cut on his left cheek from a hunt, and his facial structure was absolutely amazing. After you had finished with admiring his face, you decided to see how bad your stab wound was and to wash off the blood. Girl, if it's taken you overnight to look at that, you would bleed out.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Like,
why were you not, hey, let's get me some medical attention stat?
Like, Dean would treat your stab wound, or John would treat your stab wound. You wouldn't just fucking fall asleep. That's why she fell asleep. She passed out from blood loss. But miraculously, she didn't die.
Thank God.
Girl. Oh, right, yeah. Thank you, Chuck! When you got out of the shower, you had seen that Dean was still sound asleep, so you tried to be quiet. But you accidentally kicked the dresser, and it made a loud noise. Morning, princess, Dean groggily said. Oh, morning. Sorry for waking you. Don't worry about it. Are you still wearing your bloody clothes from yesterday? I don't know, I wanted to read that in a British accent. I saw bloody and I just immediately went to, like, England. Even though I mean actually bloody. When I try to do accents, I can't do accents. Yeah. Yeah, since these are all I have. Oh, yeah, you can borrow one of mine. Just one cloth.
Just one.
Yes, hi, hello. I will take one clothes, please.
Hi, hello. Can I just have, the one?
Just that one, you know.
Yeah, a special one.
Yeah. He said as he was walking to his bag, then to you. When he got to you, there were only about 2 inches between the two of you. Dean was a decent amount taller than you. Girl, how tall are you? Because Jensen is 6'1". I know this is like teenager Dean, but, so he'd be like, probably like 5-something tall, but, ugh. How tall are you at 15, girl?
When I was 15, I think it was 5 feet.
I don't know. I've been the same height forever, dude. I'm just over here being 5'3" and a half. The half is important.
Same. I think I'm 5'2" and a half.
Oh.
I think you're taller than me.
Oh, shit. This is why I'm Patrick.
This is why I'm Patrick. Beautiful.
I mean, yeah, no, listen, I'm shorter than everybody. That's like, aside from just like she's like the best, that's why I love my best friend, because she's 4'11", so she makes me feel tall. Love you, dude. I know you're not listening. Because I don't even think you know the show is, but you know. Hey!
Hey, girl, hey!
Hey, Britt, hey! He said as he was walking to his bag, then to you, when he got to you, blah, 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 there was that. Dean was a decent amount taller than you, so you had to tilt you head up a bit to look at his face. Didn't you just say that there were like inches I guess they meant closeness. I thought that they meant like height-wise. I'm dumb. It's 11:32 p.m. Hello, how we doing?
Yeah, hi, how are you?
Hi, how are you?
Hey, hi, how are you?
How are ya? Oh, by the way, I found something so fucked up, dude. Did you see that reblog? So fucked up, dude. So fucked up. Did you see that reblog I did? Did you see that SpongeBob That SpongeBob reblog I did last night?
The Roderick one?
No. So you remember that episode of SpongeBob where he wanted to get into that club with Kevin? It was all, hi, Kevin.
Yeah.
You remember the little crown-looking thing on his head?
Yeah.
Those were his balls. They ripped his balls off and stuck them on SpongeBob's head.
Wait, what?
Yeah, because he's a sea cucumber, so they have, is like a groin area. I don't remember exactly what it was called, but it's on their head. So they ripped his nuts off and stuck them on SpongeBob's head. And Steven Hillenburg was a marine biologist, knew what he was doing, too. SpongeBob had nuts on his head. How does that make you feel?
Comfortable.
Also, now it makes so much more sense when SpongeBob's like, I didn't know it was a hat. And then Kevin is crying and he's like, it wasn't. Fuck. I found that out last night and I was like, oh my god. SpongeBob had a scrote on his head. Okay.
Scrote.
Yeah. He had a scrote on his head. It's just what fucking happened.
Damn bitch.
I know. So you had to tilt your head up to look at his face. When you did, you kept staring into his mesmerizing green eyes. Greenest eyes I've ever fucking seen. And he was staring back into your eye color eyes. Thanks, you finally said, taking the Metallica shirt from his hands while he was just smiling. At you, which made you smile a bit. So Prince Charming, everyone. What, you don't like being alone with me? And did you call me charming? He said with a smirk. That's not what I meant, you know. I don't mind being alone with you. And yes, since you call me princess, I will give you nicknames too. Fair enough. My dad is off on another hunt and won't be back for like a week. Oh, okay, there we go. And Sam is at Bobby's until Dad gets back. Okay, that's the Sam explanation. My question is answered. So how about we have some fun? 2002, Part 1. This is Chapter 4. We're almost halfway there. But really, there's like 8 chapters because one of these is just like an author's note, so technically we are halfway there. So yee. So after Grant got you couldn't go home, and you lied to John and said that Grant was only family, which it was Dean's idea to lie. So John let you stay with him, Dean, and Sam. It's been 7 years since you've been with the Winchesters, and you've absolutely... So you've basically gotten adopted, but you're still gonna fuck Dean. Alright. Let's not.
Your mom was like, hey, bitch, where you at?
For real. No child posters, no nothing.
Where is my child?
Have you seen this child?
My child?
Hello?
You know my child? Hello?
That child that I gave birth to?
You know of mine? Where the fuck is it?
Where the fuck is it? Where art thou?
Where art thou, my infant?
My infant? Where art thou, my 15-year-old? Last time we saw her, she was with her uncle.
Gross.
Extra gross. Anyway, so yeah, she's just essentially like adopted and yeah. Anyway, whatever. It's the hunting, getting to know the Winchesters, even the many years that you had to share a bed with Dean. Because there were only 2 beds and didn't want Sam to share a bed. Dean knew almost everything about you, and you knew almost everything about him, even his mother's death. After Sam left for college and quit hunting, Dean and you started to hunt without John. So it was just you and Dean. Hey, princess, I found a possible case in Ohio, Dean said. Oh, what is it we're hunting? I'm pretty sure it's a gin. Gin? Haven't seen one of those since I was with Grant. Anyway, when do we leave? You said, avoiding mentioning Grant so you don't remember. I do forget, but I always remember.
I fucking love that.
Did you mean Jasper Jordan?
Stop.
But it's true. Later tonight would be best. Later that night, you and Dean left for Ohio. It was an 8-hour drive, so you and Dean spent most of the time talking and singing AC/DC. Sometime within the drive, you fell asleep, and Dean drew Dean Rules on your face with a marker. You woke up to him laughing. What are you laughing at? You asked, confused. You might want to look in the mirror, sunshine, he said in between laughs. What the hell, Dean? What are you, 6? You didn't even go with the classic dick? I don't know why that's so funny to me.
Classic penis.
The classic penor. You said, also laughing. Dean started to laugh even harder after your comment, but soon after that, you got to the motel you were both staying at. The next morning, you were going to start asking around about the disappearances and random bodies. Hello, Mrs. Johnson, this is Agent Smith, and I'm Agent Griffon. We're here to ask you about your sister's disappearance, Dean said, sounding like a professional. Okay, what do you need to know, Mrs. Johnson, or Clark asked. Well, it wasn't normal for your sister to be walking home from work alone, you asked? Yeah, she has been for about a year since she started working there. Okay, well, if we find out anything about her disappearances, we will let you know. That's it. Just one question from the FBI and then you're good. That's all they need.
Bye.
Oh, do they have any enemies? Is there any, like, real blood? No. Just, did they want to come along? Alright, cool. Bye, bitch. Then you and Dean got into the Impala and headed back to the motel. Okay, so the bodies were drained completely of blood and were being drained for a long time, so it has to be a djinn, you state. Well, you go see if you can find any abandoned building. I will get a silver knife dipped in lamb's blood. Dean said, that's what kills it. Dean said. Dean then drives to a diner in the middle of town so you can find the building. If you find anything else, call me. I'll see you later, you said, getting out of the Impala. Same to you. Oh, and your name. Be careful, he said caringly. Then Dean drove away. 2002, Part 2. This is Chapter 5 of 8. We almost done, bitch. You've been walking around for a few hours, checking in with Dean every once in a while, so he knew you were okay. You finally found an abandoned, sketchy-looking building. You walked in and searched the premise. When you got to the basement of the building, you felt lightheaded and passed out. Your name, wake up, come on, wake up, Dean said as he was shaking you. Dean, what happened? You ask. I don't know, babe, you tell me. Well, I see her. Did you just call Babe? Huh, that one's new. Yeah, of course I did. I have been since we started dating. Dating? What the hell are you talking about, Dean? You say confusingly. Did you hit your head or something? We've been dating for 5 years, your name. What? I don't remember that at all. And he's not in the least bit concerned. Like, Dream isn't the least bit concerned for his girlfriend of 5 years that she remembers nothing.
Yeah.
Like, well, let's get you back to the motel, Dean said as he was helping you to the Impala. The ride back to the motel was interesting. Dean kept looking at you differently than usual, acting different. When you finally got to the motel, he helped you out of the car and then did something completely new. He put his arm around you and kissed your cheek. You were surprised at it, but didn't say anything. You walked into the room, only had one bed. Dean, you say? Yeah. Why is there only one bed? 'Cause we sleep together? Do you not remember that either? I remember sleeping in the same bed when we were teenagers. Man, you must have hit your head bad. Maybe. I should probably sleep, you said as you getting in the bed. Okay, I will be there in a sec, he said. He was taking off his shirt and walking toward the bed. Before you went to sleep, Dean kissed you again, but on the lips this time. You were so confused. First you go into a building and mysteriously pass out, and then you wake up and you and Dean have been apparently been dating for 5 years? Like, seriously, what the hell? Girl, you're really fucking dumb.
Wow.
Like, do you not realize this is a dream? Come on. Oof. You kept thinking about all of this more and more. If all of this did happen, then why don't you remember? After a while, you give up on figuring it all out and go to sleep. So fucking stupid. You're just getting drained alive. The next morning, you wake up and Dean is still next to you with his messy bedhead. You get up and go to walk to clear your head for a bit and think about random things. You're still trying to figure out what the hell is going on. You hear your phone ringing, Back in Black by ACC, and see that it's Dean. Your name, where are you? Are you okay? Dean says in a panicked tone. Yeah, I'm fine. Sorry, I didn't realize how long I've been gone. Okay, meet me in the diner as soon as possible. Okay, sure. See you soon. You say as you hang up. When you got to the diner, you see Dean eating some pie, as usual. Oh, your name. There you are. Get in the car. There's a job 2 states over. Okay, you say, getting in the car. I was about to say, where's Sam, but this is 2002, so they don't need to worry about it, because he's still at Harvard at this point. Okay, you say, getting in the car. Well, in the car, you find yourself thinking about how you don't remember a lot of things again. Then you remember that you were in that town on a job, and you and Dean finished it. You and Dean always finish the job. Dean, just a question, but why didn't we finish the job? What are you talking about? Dean questions. We were in that town for a case. I know that much, and we didn't finish it. We always finished the job. We weren't on a job, we were taking a short vacation. That's when you remember what you were hunting and realize why you don't remember very important things. Jinn. That is the cause for all of this. Dean, we don't take vacations. I really hope that I'm right about this because I'm not sure if you're going... Because if I'm not, I'm sure you're going to kill me. What are you talking about? Why are you taking off your seatbelt? He says. Suddenly, you grab the wheel and cause the Impala to swerve into a tree. That's when you actually wake up and see Dean, the real Dean, hovering over a dead Jinn's body. Dean? You say with an extremely dry throat, "Your name, thank God, I thought I lost you," he says as he is embracing you. That's when you start to cry. Hey, you're okay. What happened in your fantasy world? Did you see Grant? Actually, that would have made more sense. Why did you not see your uncle at all? No, you're just dating this guy you could totally have been dating for years. Whatever. He asks, concerned.
I don't have the answers.
I know you don't. I'm just questioning its existence, you know? No, I didn't. It was only you and me. We were apparently dating for a long time, and it was nice, Dean. I liked it. It felt so real, you explained. Oh, your name. I didn't know you felt like that. In that case, Dean leaned in and kissed you. It was the best kiss you ever had. You never realized that you actually like Dean Winchester, but now you know for sure that you do.
Right, sweet.
Yep.
Tight. Tight.
Awesome. Chapter 6, 2004,
No!
Part 1. I said there were 8!
I wasn't listening.
I said this right at the beginning. I said it like 4 times. Since you and Dean kissed after that bastard Jin got the drop on you, you two had been dating. Everything was better, for the most part, since that night. But since life wasn't gumdrops and lollipops, there were a few months where you weren't hunting with the Winchesters, Dean or John. Hell, you didn't even have contact with them. You're not worried about your boyfriend at all, that's fine. What happened was you and John got in a stupid and pointless argument during a hunt. When John found out that you and Dean were together, he didn't like it. So he constantly nitpicked at everything you did. That hunt, John said something about you being a bad hunter, which caused you to say, "I don't need this shit. If I'm such a bad hunter, you guys can hunt by your damn selves," then walked out. But since that whole fiasco happened, Dean tracked you down, which wasn't easy by any means, and apologized for not doing anything about his dad. Then you started hunting with him again. Now you and Dean were currently looking for a hunt. "Hey, babe," Dean said from the other side of the hotel. "What's up? What'd you find? What's up? Did you find a hunt?" "I think so. 2 people had bite marks on their throat and were drained of blood." "So, vamp nest?" "No, I don't think it's a nest. Nests usually take people and drain them slowly, not go into their home and drain them quick. So a vamp with a grudge?" "Yeah, I think so. I just don't see the relation between them." "Okay, give me their names so I can do some research and see the connection." You say on out your laptop. "Jason Wither and Max Grayson." "What is that in your home state / Providence?" You say with concerned expression. "Yeah, how'd you know that?" Shit, god damn it!" You start to yell while you hit a table. "Whoa, what is it, your name?" Dean says, concerned. "They're my cousins, Dean. 2 of the closest people to me before I met you, matter of fact. If it's after my family, we don't have much time. They all live in your home state / Providence."
Wait, the creepy uncle had kids?
A pair? Oh, it could have been another uncle.
Or aunt?
You can have, yeah.
I guess.
You can have more than one creepy uncle. You can have 2.
Shit, I know that life.
None of my uncles are creepy.
No, my uncles.
From what I know, I've never actually met my uncles.
All the good ones are dead on my family.
Aw, well, you're not dead.
Oh, I meant uncles. Thank you.
I know you meant uncles. I just wanted to compliment my wife.
Aww.
Oh,
You're sweet, baby.
You're sweet, baby. You guys left for your home state / Providence. The drive wasn't very long because you were only 2 states over. When you did get there, you didn't even bother looking at getting a room first. You started working on the case. The crime scenes were hard for you to look at. There was blood everywhere. After looking at the bloody houses of where your cousins used to reside, Dean suggested you get a room and some rest, and you agreed. You didn't much sleep, though. You kept getting nightmares about the vamp killing the rest of your family. You stopped trying to sleep after 2 hours, so you decided to get some dead man's blood for that damn vampire.
Alright.
You're learning all the supernatural lore today.
Right.
That would take hours. First of all, that would take hours. Second of all, I don't even remember how every monster gets killed, so, have fun.
Thank you.
Yep. You stopped trying blah, 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 blah. You never actually thought that a supernatural creature would be able to hunt down your family. Why? Like, deadass, why? They can hunt anyone, girl. And, if they know you're a hunter, they're especially gonna go after your family. Mm-hmm. Right after Grant died, you changed your last name and never mentioned or saw your family. You knew within this line of work that it would get them hurt or killed, but that, in the long run, didn't even matter, and you thought the guilt you had with Grant was bad, but it was nothing compared to the guilt you have with your cousins. God, you can't even blame yourself for your cousins. Like, even if you weren't a hunter, they still would have died via vamp. Like, girl, what you doing?
Dumb.
Okay, thank you for the pride ad, T-Mobile, but fuck off, please. 2004, Part 2, Chapter 7. We're almost done. You used one of your fake FBI IDs so you could get into the morgue and get the dead man's blood. While you were there, you debated on whether you should check to see how bad the vamp got your cousins. Trying to make this decision rattled your nerves. On one hand, it was, if you see how bad it is, you could if you see how bad it...
You got it, I believe in you.
Thanks, baby. If you see how bad it is, it could drive you to hunt the son of a bitches down even more. But on the other hand, it could cause you to just break down and not be able to focus on anything. Okay, but didn't you already see their bodies? Like, or did you just see the blood?
The inconsistency is amazing.
So real. This really was an extremely difficult decision to make, but in the end you decided not to risk you breaking down and not being able to hunt properly, so you left. You called Dean to check and find out that this still needs to be done before you hunt down and kill this bastard. Hey, you get the blood? Such a normal question. Dean asked. Yeah, what have you gotten done while I was out doing that? We need to make sure everything is in order, and we have everything, you stated. Well, I got the machetes and blades, and I went back to their house to see if maybe the vamp left some sort of trail or something, so it might have an easier idea of where they're... Did you figure anything out? You asked hopefully. Unfortunately, I got nothing for sure. But I did talk to some real estate agent, and they said that there are a few abandoned places not too far from here. So I thought maybe we could start there, Dean said. Yeah, that would be a good idea. Well, I'm going to head back to our room, so I'll see you soon. Alright, I'll get food for us then? Yeah. Hey, Dean? You asked in a sad tone. I know that's not the right... In parentheses, I know that's not the right word, but I couldn't think of it. Sure.
So what the fuck
was the word? What word were you looking for instead of sad? What's up, princess? Thank you. For what? Helping me with this. Finding out that it even happened. Dealing with the anger. I'm going... Girl, please, if you're dating Dean Winchester, you have to work through a lot of emotional issues, so the least he could do is do it for you. Just fucking saying. My man's has a lot of emotional baggage.
Ooh, I feel that.
Ugh, my poor boy.
I can relate.
I can relate with his self-hatred. Ugh. Dean Winchester levels of self-esteem over here, my guy. Alright, anyway. I'm going to have, dealing with all the anger I'm going to have when it all comes down to it, I wouldn't be able to do it without you and your help, you said with an appreciative tone. No problem. That's what I'm here for. I'll always be here for you, and I'll always help you through anything, okay? I'll see you in a few, he said in a very caring manner. And with that, the call ended, and you both started to head back from wherever you both were. After you and Dean both got back to the room and you ate, talked about a few locations that the vamp could be hiding out in for a while, and brought up the rest of your family and how they could be in danger. We have to warn them, Dean. But your name, don't you think they'll be just a bit suspicious that you just appeared out of nowhere and after all these years? Especially since 2 more of your family members that you were close to have just been killed. Holy shit! Someone said something intelligent in this story.
Damn. Took us this long.
Took us 7 out of 8 chapters. Good job, baby. You did it. I believe in you, boy. Dean comes up to hug you. You're right. We'll tell them. Let's just go as FBI agents or something. They haven't seen you in almost a decade, right? Maybe, but I just can't let them sit out like a fresh meal on the table, you sigh. They're still my family, Dean. My parents, my aunts, uncles, cousins, maybe even more that I don't know about. I can't just them sit there and die like the others. You good?
Yeah, it's just the cancer is getting to me.
Oh. Don't die. We're almost done. Power through it. Not because of me. Dean comes up to hug you. You're right. We'll tell them, but let's just go as FBI agents or something. They haven't seen you in almost a decade, right? Maybe they won't recognize you, and it would make everything simpler and keep them out of danger in the future, Dean suggested. Yeah, that would probably be better. All right, so we'll go and talk to them in the morning. We should get some sleep, you stated. That's true. Well, good night, princess. Shortly after you both fell asleep, yet again the nightmares came and haunted your dreams, but this time it was worse than...
Stop calling me princess.
You don't like being called princess. Do you, princess? You know it's late at night when I willingly quote fucking Finn Collins. Ugh. Hate that crusty ass, cheating ass, dusty ass bitch. Anyway.
He's dead. Goodbye.
He been dead. We been rejoicing about it.
Oh, he did.
Oh, Mr. Collins. Mr. Collins. Oh my fucking god, he fucking did.
He did.
But this time it was worse than before. This time you were alone, without Dean by your side helping you. Where was he? Did the vamp get him too? Are you going to lose everyone you ever cared about? I mean, it's a common theme in the line of hunting, girl. You lose a lot of fucking people. Been losing people all their fucking lives. This is not new news, especially well, actually, no, you know what, at this point, this is before a ton more shit goes down. So, like, I was gonna say, like, if you've been with them this long, you've dealt with that shit, you have yet to deal with that shit. Bitch, I know future, it ain't bright.
Goodbye.
You gotta deal with Dean dying a lot. Like, a lot. Ugh. One of the best episodes is, it's in season 3. And it's literally like a version of Groundhog's Day where Sam keeps reliving Tuesday and Dean keeps dying in a bunch of ridiculous ass ways over and over again.
Great.
Like he dies like over 100 times in just absolutely batshit ways. Quality. One of the best killers. This absolutely shook you to your core and caused you to wake up in a panic. Your panic slowly subsided when you looked over and seen Dean next to you. You didn't want to go through that nightmare again, so you just stayed up and thought about everything until the morning. Chapter 8, last chapter. Here we go, bitch. 2004, Part 3. As the morning came, you could feel the anxiety start to build. You haven't seen any of your family in almost 10 years. In a way, you hope that they don't recognize you, because if they did, what would you even say to them? They would have so many questions for you. You can't just say, "Hey, Mom and Dad, I know you haven't seen me since I was 15 and I'm now 23. Oh, and yeah, the thing that killed Grant was a demon. He's been training me to hunt monsters since I was 8. Nice to see you guys again." Deep inside, you know it's better for them just to know. Well, safer that way at least. I mean, if they knew about monsters, they could, like, protect the house. Like, alright, girl. You do you and your dumb logic. I'm not gonna question it.
Hate this.
"Hello, Earth to your name," Dean said while waving his hand in your face. "Oh, yeah, what's up?" You say, pulling yourself out of deep thought. "I've been trying to get your attention for 10 minutes. We were supposed to leave soon. You alright? What's wrong?" "Nothings. It's just... this is gonna be super hard, Dean. Just knowing that my parents have been worried about me and have thought I was dead all this time, and I can't even tell them that I'm alright. I'm going to look them in the face and act like they're basically just some work file for me, and it's gonna suck. Yeah, it is. This isn't just some random case for you. Unfortunately, it means it's gonna be much harder on you. You know you can tell them, right? I know I suggested that you don't, but at the same time, it is your family. I'll back you up whichever way you choose, but either way, it isn't going to be easy," Dean explained sincerely. I know, I want to tell them, I really do, but you're right. They're safer not knowing I'm still alive. Girl, what are you going to do if they recognize you? Like, honestly, you should have just sent Dean. Like, they don't know who the fuck Dean is. They've never seen his face in their lives. Just send him. Like, why do you need to go? Because you know it's just going to be awkward for everyone, one way or another, my guy.
Yep.
They're safer not knowing I'm still alive, knowing I hunt monsters, knowing that monsters even exist, you explain. Well, okay, if that's what you really want, talking to them won't be easy, but I'll be by your side the entire time, acting along with you. We really should get going, though, Dean said. With that, you finished getting ready, and you guys were on your way. The car ride was still nerve-wracking, but it seems this entire hunt was going to be. You immediately knew when you reached your childhood home. Even after all these years, you couldn't forget it. The longing gaze you were giving your old home came to a halt as you felt the Impala stopping. You sure you want to do this? The offer for me to go and talk with them alone is still on the table, Dean said caringly. No, I need to do this. I need some sort of closure with them. This is the closest I think I'm going to get to it, he replied, and with that statement, you both got out and walked to the door. Even though the walk was only like 20 feet, it felt like a mile. "Hello, Mrs. Last Name. I'm Agent Rice, and this is my partner... Dean looked to you. "Agent Porter," you said, while shaking your mother's hand. "We're currently investigating the case with your nephews. We had some question to ask you. Maybe come in?" "Oh, yeah, please do," Kara, your mother, said. "Well, the while
Your
opening the
mom
door.
doesn't recognize you?
First of all, your mom doesn't recognize you. Second of all, you already said her name was Kara in the first chapter. I mean, listen, I know that we're not going to remember that because we've had a lot of this garbage, but, still, you have to say it again. Like, I think we'll realize that it's your mom. You don't have to specify it's your mom. Oh, yes, please do. Kara, your mother said while opening the door. More for you and Dean to come in. You can take a seat. Why don't you take a seat right over there? Would you both like anything to drink? We're okay, but thank you. When was the last time you seen either one of the boys? You asked. It wasn't too long ago. They visit a lot. They were really close to my daughter, she said with a sense of grief which left you feeling guilty. Did you notice anything weird about them? When you saw them, was their behavior different from normal? Dean questions. No, not that I noticed. Max seemed really tired, but I didn't think that it was that odd. But I couldn't really tell. They rushed in and out, gave my son his birthday gift and left. I figured they were busy at the moment. Your son. I thought you had a daughter. You got replaced, bitch.
Bye.
Bye. Yeet.
Girl, bye.
Well, yes.
You look like my foot.
Yes, I do. Well, did. Your name, my daughter, went missing 9 years ago when she spent the summer with my brother Grant. They found Grant and said he was attacked and murdered, but they could never figure out what happened to your name. Investigators said it was an abduction of some sort. We searched for 5 years, but hope can only last so long. You're a terrible mother.
Well,
I mean, even if you're, feeling hopeless, at least hold on to a little hope. Like, this tiniest sliver. After a year or so, the investigator said the likelihood that she was alive was slim. I found out that I was pregnant with my son, Tyler, a month after we figured out that she was missing, explained with tears in her eyes, which didn't help your guilt. I'm very sorry to hear that. We'll do our very best to find who did this to your nephews and bring them to justice. Call if you have any questions, Phoenix. Well, trying to get you out of the house before you had a meltdown. Nothing was said between the two of you until you got back to the hotel. You okay? Dean asked, concerned. Mother is about as terrible a mother as Abby, who still doesn't know Clark is dead, by the way.
Jesus.
I mean, okay, here's the thing. No one told her, right? But here she is, doing the resurrection chip thing with Kane, who she had to make a Nightblood to do it, and she doesn't think for 1 second, oh shit, my daughter's a Nightblood. Is she okay? God, she's just the worst. But, Kane has a hot body now.
Right.
Kane is young and hot and mad at Abby for doing it. So yeah, that's what's happening. The season has been good, though. Honestly, I'm excited for next episode. Because we get Bullock, and we get a lot of Octavia things. So, I'm excited for that.
We love a queen.
We love queens. You okay, your name? Dean asked, concerned. I have a brother, Dean. A brother who had to grow up not only not knowing who I was, but also thinking that I'm dead. Huh. I thought I felt guilty about not letting my parents know what happened to me. That's nothing compared to what I feel now. Your name, it's better for them this way. I don't know what you're feeling, but I'm here for whatever way I can be. I'm sorry. I know. Can we just figure out where to find this thing and get this over with? And with that, you and Dean spent the rest of the day trying to find the vampire might be hiding and gathering whatever else you both can. You wake up from another nightmare. This time it was even worse. Everyone was dead. Dean, John, Sammy, everyone in your family just standing in a forest full of all their bodies. The most horrific part was Grant with blood all over himself saying how it was all your fault. Why didn't you save us, John?
Right.
That can't save anyone, not even yourself. The nightmare was too much for you, and you would feel guilty if you woke Dean up with another one of your nightmares. Girl, he's your boyfriend. It's his job to comfort you when you have a nightmare. I'm sorry. Come on, my guy. My dude. So you decided to take a walk to cool yourself down. You've been walking for about an hour or two when you decided it's probably time to head back before Dean wakes up and freaks out. And you knew the walk back would be long. As you were walking, you heard what sounded like someone following you. You kept your pace the same, tipping off whoever is following you, which you realized only worked for a few minutes. When you were hit in the head, you woke up and what was the vampires had some grudge against you. You tried to move away. Plot twist, it's Grant. You fucking imagine? I wouldn't put it past him. You tried to move or whatever order, but your hands were bound to the support beam. Kinky. Try all you want, but you're not gonna pull those loose, I figured you would have learned when the djinn got a hold of you, But fortunately for me, you didn't. Just had to go off by yourself again. For training with Grant for 7 years and then hunting with the Winchesters for another 9. You are sure stupid and careless. It's a mystery how you aren't dead yet, the vampire snarkily said, while sitting on an old desk across the room. Who are you? How do you know all this about me? You questioned. Well, I'm Star. You clearly know I'm a vampire. You're not that stupid. Fuck. Get fucked. You seem to have some very big guys in high up places that want you and your Winchester friends gone. But they especially want you gone. Seems you have pissed them off. But anyway, they have been keeping a very close eye on you, waiting for the right moment to have some fun. They found a weak spot, which was your family. How sweet. Who exactly are these big guys and that they want me gone? Every head honcho monster out there, even my father. Who exactly stated his hate for you, and the Winchesters, though, is Lucifer. You guys are screwed, Star said, while turning around to get something from behind her. You know, you say that I'm stupid, but you're the one who let a hunter with 16 years of experience keep you busy for enough time to cut herself free, you say, while you stab Star in the stomach. I did learn from the djinn. This time, I hoped you would come after me. You know, stabbing me in the stomach won't kill me, it just pissed me off, Star struggled with words. You're right, it won't, but the dead man's blood on my blade will keep you down long enough for me to get what I need. Why does Lucifer want me dead so bad, you say, stabbing her in the stomach again. I don't know, I only take orders from his lowers. All they told me is that it's important for his plan that you're gone. Shit, you're too powerful. What do you mean, too powerful? That doesn't make any damn sense. I'm not sure. You've got something that they are afraid of. Even though they won't admit it, I can tell. I'm almost done. And they won't stop until they get what they want. Something big is coming, and you play a part in it. I don't know how else. Please, stop. Fine, you say as you take a swing at her and decapitate her. Time jump! You walk into the hotel room. At least it wasn't brought to us by anything this time. You walk into the hotel room with a worried face, and worried and furious Dean. He starts to yell when he sees you walk in, but stops when he sees you're covered in blood and have cuts on your face and visible bruises on your arms and wrists. Your name, what the hell? I've been looking for you and calling you for 2 hours. What the hell happened? He says, examining the bandage after he hugs you tightly. I thought I lost you. Sorry, the case is over. It's taken care of. I'm gonna shower. You say that with a sense of dread. You walk right past Dean, not saying or expressing anything else. You sat in the shower for hours, thinking of what Star said to you. You could tell she wasn't lying. But what the hell is coming? And what does it have to do with you or the Winchesters? That's it, folks. That's it. That's the tweet. That's the story. That was a really bad representation of the story, and like I said, I skimmed, but I still thought we would have had a point in the story where, like, we would have actually gotten plot in the show, or, like, something related to the show, because that, like, felt like a loosely based events.
Right. Alright, my turn. Now, I'm aware that maybe I'm not at the master skill level of Supernatural where,
you know their names.
Understand or comprehend.
Yeah.
So, my fic, I really just started jumping into it. I'm prepared. Mm-hmm. But I just went in straight to the Supernatural X Reader.
Ooh, shit.
This one is a Supernatural Reader X Avengers.
Ooh, shit. So, what exactly does that mean? Like, you're a Winchester and you're with the Avengers, or you're an Avenger and they stumble upon the Winchesters?
We'll get into it.
Okay.
This is 5 parts. 4.79 thousand reads.
Damn.
109 votes. It's number 9 under the hashtag #pi.
Oh, shit.
Okay, the introduction is, warning, Gabriel might be Loki in the story.
That makes so much sense. Except actually, okay, so in the show, Gabriel, so essentially what happened is they called Gabriel the Archangel, right? He was the trickster because essentially Loki let him borrow his face. Because he was in deep shit. Yeah. This was a more recent episode, but I only vaguely remember it, but I remember that. So, I mean, technically it does make sense.
The Winchester comes in trouble with S.H.I.E.L.D. mostly because Sam did something stupid.
And he's supposed to be the smart one.
You were trying to protect them. How will it go then you get catch? Wanted Winchester, no big surprise. I don't own the characters, but I own you.
Don't you love it when you get catch?
When you get catch. Dude, I love getting catch. Alright.
Same. Oh my god, I love getting cash.
First chapter is called Avengers on the Tail. Author's note, here is a story.
No!
And then it's like your name, eye color, hair color, whatever.
All the things. All the colors. All the names.
Sam, what the hell is this? You yelled. You were staring at Sam's laptop. What is it, your name? Or, let me do man voice. What is it, your name? Sam asked, coming out from the
closer
hallway.
to Dean, but it's funny. I'll take it.
You stared down at Sam and folded your arms. What are you doing with my laptop anyway? Sam then said and glared back with what you called Sam's bitch face.
Jared Padalecki has an iconic bitch face. I'll send you a gif.
Oh, for fuck's sake. I told you not to hack into S.H.I.E.L.D. I'm trying to protect you here. You glared at him. You were a genius, completely genius out of the Winchester family. You had been taking care of things like FBI, CIA, MI6, S.H.I.E.L.D., and other police.
Yeah, okay, sure, honey. Just pretend Sam is an idiot. Got it.
You used nearly most of your time to either throw the police off the tail and then hunting thing. What? You were trying to what? Sam looked a bit shocked. Oh yeah, of course you didn't tell them that. You sighed and sat down in the chair in front of the laptop. Yes, Sammy, that's what I use most of my time. Have you ever wondered why I use most of my time on a laptop? Then I am a genius. A genius would get bored sitting by a laptop. You guys is the most wanted hell, even on S.H.I.E.L.D.'s list.
What the fuck is going on?
And then Dean decided it was a good timing to butt in. There was a silence for a moment. Am I missing something? Dean broke it and raised his famous eyebrow. Other than Sam hacked into S.H.I.E.L.D. and I am genius.
Hello, yes.
And
I am genius.
I am a genius.
Hello.
It's trying to protect you two sorry sons of bitches. You answered and raised your own eyebrow in mimic. Then silence again. Still silence. In the silence, you were missing the track to the bunkers. Dean were trying to get the word into his head. For Sam, he were just waiting for Dean to say something. What the hell are you talking about, man? Dean finally said something. There isn't time to answer, Dean. Dean, Sam, where have you... We have to get out, like, right now. You jump up from the chair and ran down to your bedroom. Dean and Sam gave it another look and followed Style. Not Suit, Style.
We follow Style?
Follow Style.
Alright.
Close in and on the top of the weapon and ran for the door. Dean, Sam, hurry, lazy assholes!
So, if we follow Style, we're in a plaid shirt and some ripped jeans and some boots.
Yes. Okay. You yelled and opened the door as you hear Dean and Sam answer, "Bitch, jerk!"
Yeah, they do that. They haven't done it in a long time. I miss it.
Then no more than a minute came out of the door. What the hell is going on, your name? Dean seemed a bit panicked. They threw their bag in the Impala. We don't have time right now, dudes! Now drive away from here! Oh, and Sam, here! You tossed him an earpiece. Yes, of course you had hacked it, so there was no possible way of S.H.I.E.L.D. to track them. Call me! You yelled as you ran back inside. They jumped into the car and drove off. They knew you never in your life leave your motorcycle, just like Dean and his Impala. You locked the door and ran for the garage, took the keys with you on the way. You opened the door, then saddled up and drove off. Yes, you did it closed again anyway, on with the story.
Seriously, what the fuck is going on?
So, Sam hacked into S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah, she genius. They follow in Style, and they're getting away. But, like, just in, like, a sense, what is going on?
You had drove like a mile, then Sam called. Hi, your name. You gave him a silent treatment. Sorry, I didn't know that. Sam tried again and sighed deep. Sammy, it's not really your fault, okay? I just overreacted and a bit no scratch that a lot. It's just I know you are the most wanted and likely also very wanted in S.H.I.E.L.D. Just be careful. Meet me by Ellen, Sammy. Dean, you said before Sam could reply. Okay, dude, was Dean's answer. Time skipped by Sam's hair. Sorry.
Of course, no. Dean, listen, Jensen has great hair, but Jared has fabulous hair.
What the hell, dude? What's going on? Dean, stared at you with a funny face and raised eyebrows. Okay, you two boys, time to break everything. You guys seriously never realized that the police suddenly had been less on your tail? I am just a simple genius there is trying to protect you hunters, mostly you two boys.
I am just a simple genius.
I am just a simple genius. You replied and hugged Ellen, then she came out. Hello, boys, what's going on? Ellen said as she hugged the boys. Hey, Ellen, good to see you, Dean said, and they replied.
Ellen was a character in, like, I think it was, like, might be I don't think it was 2, but it was, like, season 3 to season 5, and she was, like, kind of like a mother figure to them. She ran, like, a Hunter Roadhouse. She was really great. She had a daughter who had a crush on Dean. Girl, I don't blame you. But yeah, and then they sacrificed themselves at the end of season 5 so the guys could stop the apocalypse. It was really sad, because, like, her daughter was all hurt, and she wasn't going to make it out, so they just blew up the place with themselves in it so they could go save the world. It was really sad. Spark notes.
Spark notes. It's our genius brothers here. Do you even know what he has been doing lately all those years? Other than saving your asses from the police, no, Ellen replied, a bit stern. It just why didn't we know? Dean sighed and asked. Well, now what gonna happen now? I mean, why did we have to run into the bunkers for this? Dean raised his oh-so-famous eyebrow. Lot of eyebrow raising.
Lot of eyebrow. Jensen does have a great eyebrow raise.
Look, Dean, Sam has been hacking into S.H.I.E.L.D. files. Guess what then happens? You raised your own eyebrow and folded your arms. You all walked in the bar and sat down by a table near the corner. They comes after us? He asked. He yelled about having a beer to Ellen. Exactly, and I have been covering your track in the good old ways, but it was too late by the time that why we are running. We're gonna have to be on the street in a few days. I suggest we don't sleep anywhere but in the car. S.H.I.E.L.D. is rather clever and likely always have a plan to capture people, you said, then asks Ellen for a beer. Awesome, Dean mumbled sarcastic and Sam rolled his eyes. You stood up and walked to the bathroom. You knew you could borrow any time, took a nice shower. You look at yourself in the mirror. Back was a young man staring. The hair was hair color, and the eyes is eye color. You never looked yourself in the mirror. Then you did. You were reminded about the weight on your shoulder, all the death, your parents' death, Sam, Dean, the castle die and come back. You looked away and put on clean clothes. Come on, boys, we can't stay here. You mumble on the way to the boys. Sam sighed and mumbled.
What is going on?
Right.
I'm just still asking it because even though I'm following it, I have no stream of what the fuck happened. It's so, just... Also, what chapter are we on?
First of all.
So we're a dude, alright. We're a Winchester brother.
We're a Winchester brother.
We're not their half-brother. Adam, he's still in hell. He's been there since season 5, and then the writers forgot about him. Adam! Speaking of Adam, okay, so Adam Devine has a comedy special on Netflix, and I swear, okay, the energy he radiates in that special is that of a golden retriever.
Is that just him as a person?
I mean, he's usually, really, excited and energetic, but, it's, up full, and he does tell that story in the thing. I love that story so much.
Alright.
Adam!
Jesus. Fuck. This episode is a mess.
Just whatever the fuck it is you're reading.
Alright. Drive, Sam said, and sat in on the passenger seat. Then you can find us a case. Dean replied a bit gleeful. Luckily, you had been more careful, so you wouldn't have too much problem by sleeping in a motel. The only thing is that you aren't sure if they know they are S.H.I.E.L.D. after all. Shall we try Avengers? Perhaps Steve's point of view?
Oh my god. Okay, first of all, what chapter are we even on?
The first one.
We're still on the first one?
Yeah.
Oh my god. I thought we were on at least the third because of everything going on.
What?
It feels like choppy little bits. It doesn't feel like a cohesive whole chapter. That's why I'm what?
No, it's awful.
Alright, cool, continue.
They finally found the serial killers? I asked. I still couldn't really believe that they have been found out. I have been out of S.H.I.E.L.D. sight for so long. I mean, S.H.I.E.L.D. know everything.
They do. They know everything.
They know S.H.I.E.L.D. know, like, everything?
They do, yeah.
And can get to know how they keep out of our sight, Tony answered, way too gleeful for my liking. No sooner or later, we were out in the jet on our way to the spot. Seemed like they have deleted the signal again. Broke Agent Hill, the silence.
Okay.
Great, you're already...
Hi, Maria.
Great.
You're here. Hi, Maria. What's up?
Great.
Yep.
Great. You already lost it again? Tony replied sarcastic. Keep your mouth shut, Tony, he said. Agent Hill snarky.
Agent Hill snarky.
I believe we are here, Bruce butted in before they had gone too far. I walked up to the front to see an abandoned building. I asked and raised an eyebrow. Seemed like they likes abandoned buildings, Nat replied. They landed not far away from the building. Well, let's knock down the door and start the party, Tony said. Again, very full of glee. Alright. Must be because they finally found the serial killers. Tony walked in front of the door and actually knocked on the door. No answer, of course, no answer. Then blasted the door open. Well, tried to. Huh, it's strong. There is no mark of the blast, Tony mumbled. Let his hand fall to his side. Let me try, I said, and walked up to the door. I hit the door as hard as I could, and it didn't even buck a little. There was again no sign of hitting. What the hell? Hawk notched an arrow to fire just for fun.
He's just Hawk.
It freaking pierced it! What the actual fuck? Tony mumbled shocked. Well, it didn't pierce it through, but a little bit. Pretty strange.
He just shoots all his fucking arrows at it.
Hello, boys and darling. So care to tell why do you even bother trying to break the door? Oh, did those chuckleheads run in trouble again? An unknown voice said, to be continued.
This is Crowley.
Next chapter title is Crowley?
As soon as you said hello was...
Oh, shit.
So I was like, wait, what the fuck? She said she didn't know anything. She's over here doing a British accent. Yeah, as soon as you said hello, boys, I was like, it's fucking Crowley. Hello. Ugh, okay. I miss the King of Hell. I miss him. I want him back. Okay, you spun around.
Time to die.
Okay, so you spun around. We spin. We spin.
The man talked almost for himself. Are you? Put it, darling. You need the key, or you can take the back door, stupid. Was he flirting? Cop sound like he did. The back door? Huck, could you look after that? Nat said and looked at Clint. This Crowley could not their friend, cause a friend wouldn't tell how to get in. Again, I wouldn't bother trying to get in case they not... Oh, this is Crowley. Again, I wouldn't bother trying to get in cause they know how I know this. That their car always is outside. Not really hard to miss a black car.
Chloe, I'm sorry.
Crowley said before walking off. We just stared after him. I want to die.
Same. What the fuck is happening?
So the Avengers are at our house.
That's the theme of this story.
How the fuck do we get in? And Crowley is there apparently, and he's like, I don't know, bitch, bye.
Let me go back to running hell.
Nat said again, and Clint came back. So what's the plan now? So far we know is that they have a black car. We can't come in without a key, Bruce asked, and I nodded in agreement. Jay, do we have any information on Winchester family, mostly about a black car? Tony asked Jarvis. Yes, sir. There is still files on John Winchester. He is an ex-Marine. He lived in Kansas and owned a car. Sam and Dean Winchester married to Mary Campbell later. He have son more by the name Adam.
Still in hell.
The car you asked for is a black Impala Chevy 67, sir. I don't know what accent that was, but it wasn't Jarvis.
It was something. It was entertaining.
Jarvis is fine. I think I know how we find them, Clint suddenly said. We all looked at him and waited for him to break the plans. Am I the only one on there have bothered to read the document to where they showed up and their crimes? Clint looked at a bit disbelief. Back to your point of view. The third case they take. You walked up to the Impala. So I found a case. There is here. Sam started and found the newspaper from the laptop. I'm listening, he said, letting Sam know. He nodded and showed the newspaper to Dean. You had your back on the car leaning, so there have been this murder. A man was murdered in a way there seemed like suicide, but the man's life was a happy one. He has a wife and 3 kids. I suspected a ghost, so I think could check this out, Sam explained. Alright, we first gotta have something to eat and pie.
Of course.
Dean said, and you rolled your eyes. It was not so long ago we had something to eat, but Dean is Dean.
True.
Be quick, Dean, you said, and stopped after Dean. He was already walking off. Sam shook his head and followed. You knew Dean and Sam still was kind of nervous that they didn't get through with the fake FBI badges. Agent Bowman, and this is my partners, Agent Scott and Agent Hamish. The policeman stared at us. He looked like he was considering if he would thrust us to be or not. I think they meant trust.
Who knows?
Are you a bit young to be an agent? Why is FBI here? Speak again, FBI. I just wanted to check this out.
We want to check it out.
I mimicked what I heard Dean say before about being young. Fuck, okay. He then looked through full.
Full.
I will let you agents in. I guess you will want to see the body? Yes, please, Sam answered. They followed the policeman. Did I really forget to mention that the policeman seemed too damn familiar? He was kind of short, well, shorter than us, Winchester, after all. They pretty damn tall. The man had short blonde hair, blue eyes, and a bit Hawkeye-like face. His body was built as Dean's. It all happened, like, way too fast. The last thing you saw was Dean and Sam on the floor knocked out. The last thing you remembered was who this man was. Of course, that man was Clint, or Hawkeye, as people know him. To be continued.
Oh, shit, bitch. Can you not? Like, can she just not continue? That'd be great.
We have to get through this.
We're gonna.
Page 3.
Let's go.
Episode just called page 3. You had an awesome headache.
This story is giving me one.
Sometimes you just wish that you Winchester brothers' luck weren't always so bad. I see you are awake, Hawkeye says. You chuckled and roll your eyes. Yeah, and I feel awesome, Clint. He kept his mask well, but you could see in his eyes that he was slightly panicking. It interests me where you have gotten your name from. Fought the urge to roll your eyes again. Last time I checked, there exists a shield and info and at last hacks, you simple said. I don't know what the fuck.
What the fuck just came out of that mouth?
I don't know. That's where Fury decided to come in.
I'm gonna have to listen to this twice and I won't even know what the fuck is going on still.
So they were like, hey, I think this guy it's a ghost that murdered this person, so you went in on the case, and you were like, hey, we're the FBI, let us look at this shit, and Hawkeye was like, bam, bitch, you dead.
Alright.
So currently we are hostage.
Alright.
And Nick Fury just walked in the room.
Okay. What's up, motherfucker?
You Winchester have been a great pain in the ass. I have been trying to bring you Winchesters in. I wanted you to answer my questions. How did you hide away from S.H.I.E.L.D.? Fury asked and sat in the chair in front. Oh, I don't know. I think we managed because you are dumb fuck, perhaps. Of course, you were kind of pissed, but what made you more pissed is the fact that you weren't with your brothers. Fury kept his mask. Where do you live? He more like said than asked. Bat cave. He slammed his hands on the table. Don't play with me. Oh, but I didn't notice that I did. You replied, calm and mocking. Where do you live? He demanded. Are you deaf? I said Batcave, you replied sarcastic. If where on police station, you would perhaps have gotten slapped in the face. He seemed to give up the question only to begin another one. How did you survive? I can see that your brother Dean was found dead with a bullet in his head. Later he was found dead, ripped apart with blood everywhere. He was declared dead by FBI before the building exploded. He was found in the police station beheaded. Last, he disappeared and never came back for a year. Sam declared dead, together and his brother. He was found in the police station beheaded, disappeared for years, and guess dead. You out of them all have the most unlucky line of death. Twice a bullet in the head, beheaded, die in your bed with bloody wounded stomach. You, like your brother, was found ripped apart, declared dead by FBI, together with your brothers, disappeared around twice. He talked and talked and talked, and you were sure getting bored.
Same.
Author's note. The second time you disappeared is because you are an idiot not wanting to leave your brothers. Hell, you even jumped with Sam down Lucifer's cage. You were standing awfully close to Leviathan. Oh, and the time you died in your bed, you were on one-way ticket to heaven. Cass gave you a wonderful ticket back.
I'm pretty sure you can guess which one Cass is.
Yeah.
He's the third one you see in gifts on my Tumblr.
Are you done? You asked, not caring much. Fury glared a bit. answer my question, he tried to calm. So you want to hear my life story? First things first. Number one death. It wasn't even me. If it were, I would surely have stayed dead. Number 2, beheaded me. Well, that wasn't me either. Number 3, I have, no explanation than a crazy one. I just got one awesome ticket to the land of feathery douchebags and one way ticket back to my healed body again. Number 4, I just met Juliet, one of Crowley's dogs. Kind of a lovely ticket to the land of fugly douchebags. Number 5, the FBI Hendrix, if I remember right. He let us go. Then we had a long fight with people. The explosion was Lilith. She was a pure bitch.
Mm-hmm. I don't know why the fuck Lilith is here. She's a demon. She was part of the end of the world. She's the reason Dean died in season 3. She sicked her hellhounds on him because he made a deal and he sold his soul to save Sam's life at the end of season 2, but instead of 10 years, they only gave him 1 year, so that's why he died at the end of season 3. Yada, 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 you get the gist. She's here randomly, even though they killed her.
Number 6 and 7, I just got a ticket to Promised Land, nearly worse than basically hell. Before that, I just got this awesome invitation to Lucy's cage, and around been soulless. That Howie Winchesters survived pirate. We just basically never really stay dead.
I mean, that's fucking true.
You finally finished your rant about how you died. Well, basically the creatures and you died. Fury didn't seem to buy it, but Bai decided against to try to demand answer and just go with it. Do you even know how many people you've killed? He seems to be a bit, no scratch that, very angry. You sat and tried to count. You know how hard it is to remember that kind of thing? It like counting stars. Well, some angel were basically still humans. Do demons even count? I think they are tortured human souls. Guess I don't want to bother counting. So how many have I killed out of all 3, I would guess? 3? You said with a steady voice. You could see that Clint face palmed. Fury was getting really angry, mostly because his face red. Do you think you're funny? He actually yelled. No, you said, and looked up just to give him a literal duh bitch face. I think I'm adorable. You mimicked Dean's sarcasm.
First episode.
Even more.
That was first episode. He gets arrested and he's like, you think you're funny? He's like, I think I'm adorable. He is adorable.
Now, Fury, have a good ticket to Crawley. Actually, I can't wait to see you there, you said out loud as Fury walked out the door. To be continued.
That was another great line from the from the first season. When he gets arrested, is like fake IDs, insurance fraud, and I can't remember the other part of it. Is there anything about you that's real? And he goes, my boobs.
All right.
I love my man. So
Page
much.
4. We're almost done. Are you ready?
I'm so fucking ready. Give me page 4, bitch.
All right. Oh well, this is sure boring. Do you guys really have to keep me here? I mean, what are you even doing? Then you are bored as shit. I believe people can die of boredom. You mumbled the last words. Clint didn't seem to answer anytime soon. The stupid thing that ever did was that they didn't have a cam here. So you took your time to pick the lock on your handcuffs. Okay, then don't answer, assassin, you mumbled. This couldn't get more boring than it already were. You got the handcuff off unnoticed, so now you were waiting for the perfect opportunity. A few boring minutes more, then finally someone decided to come in. You had made a plan in your head as you knew there were 2 assassins. This one, obviously, that you couldn't really knock him down, but you could paralyze him. If the other assassin come in, you had another plan. Because then you had someone to get around her. To your luck, it was Soldier, Captain Steve. Hello, Captain
Steve!
Captain Steve.
Captain Steve! I don't know why that's so funny.
Captain Steve.
Captain Steve. It's Captain Steve, guys.
You nearly yelled to seem like you were relieved that another person can hold you in company.
I mean, he can hold me.
Shit. Then faster than Steve could manage, you were out of your chair and handcuffed. You paralyzed Clinton, got up to the table, just jump and kick Steve's neck to paralyze him too. It seemed to work. Why, you had to jump from the table? You couldn't jump that high, and you were used to your leg to hit the spot so hard, so it would work. Bye, bitches! You yelled back to them in the room, and took some of your sweet time to lock the door too. You ran, not as fast as you can, down the hall. Then you came to the door there, and someone screamed. Something in there. You opened the door, and to your shock, where there was the person you thought were dead. Well, your favorite person. Really? You asked, and the person turned around. There was a shock on his face. And here I thought you were dead. My favorite person. He snapped out of it. Then the door opened again. You turned around to see Tony, Nat, Steve, and Clint there. You ran in trouble with those chuckleheads. Oh, you ran in trouble with those chuckleheads? Loki asked, amused behind you. You kind of can say that, and Gabe, I'm not gonna murder you. And
I
Gabe,
also miss
Gabriel.
Gabriel.
Fuck, I don't know what's happening right now.
I have no... You're supposed to be the one who's telling me what the fuck is happening. If you don't know what's happening, how the fuck am I gonna know?
So basically, we knocked out Clint. We knocked out Hawkface and...
Hawkface.
And in one of the rooms, we found Loki locked up.
Okay. I fucking miss Gabriel. I want him back.
He looked back without turning around and gave him a death glare. Palmed, because he knew that then you give a death glare, usually means what it looks like. The four stared confused and thought, who is Gabe? Loki didn't comment, he just nodded. He knew better than comment or make a sarcastic remark. Ugh, he cleared his throat and asked, how's Castile and your brothers? Your face changed to a sad one as you turned your head back towards the four Avengers. He is in Promised Land. You tried to be as sarcastic as possible. Sam and Dean is here. Oh, and I believe they will torture you. You answered the last question. Oh, I saved your asses. He whined and snapped with his fingers. Yeah, they just more like will murder you for the TV land. Dean's 100 death and tricks on people. Just as you were done saying that, you felt arms around you, hugging you. You sighed and turned around in his arms and hugged back. Then you were done, rustled his hair. Just don't ever do that again. You know you are like a part of the family. He smiled brightly. Silent, and we're completely frozen, stuck to the spot. What the hell? How did you get out of reindeer games? Tony literally yelled. Then Thor came in. Brother, who are this? Did you come to Earth and taken likely to humans?
I want to see Gabriel and Thor interact now. I want it so bad. I'm never gonna have it. Be so fucking funny. Oh my God.
You hide your face as you held back a laugh. Please don't tell me this oaf is your brother, trickster. There was a lot of amusement in your voice. Oh, shut up, your name. Do you even know how it is to deal with those sorry sons of bitches? That then you couldn't hold it back. The laugh. I actually feel so sorry for you there, dude, you replied. Then we're done laughing. Anyway, here's your blade, you said. You hand him his blade. You always walk around with it, never leaving it anywhere. Nah, keep it. I bet it saved your life many times before, Gabe snorted. I'm a trickster, Gabe answered Tony. Oh, I'm hurt. I have always liked humans. I have always been on Earth, Thor. This is basically my brother, and I'm gonna kill you for kidnapping him. I'm sure, in case I'm sure, and not every day you get this kind of blades other than stealing it, you said. We're happy that he gave it to you. Well, got my magic mojo and glory, he replied, and gave a bright smile. Sometime I believe I'm never gonna find you boys. Somebody suddenly said from somewhere to your left. The Avengers right. How fabulous to have King of Rotten here, drawled. Page 5.
Just when I think you can't find a story that sucks more life out of me, you manage to do it.
Aha, it's my one talent.
Oh no!
Part 5, last part, let's go.
You know what else you're good at?
What?
You good at writing. You good at making me feel better. You good at being cute.
Oh, you do the same for me.
You good at a lot of shit.
Alright, let's get through this one dumb fuck.
Let's go! So, wait. You lost track of what happened, but I'm gonna ask what the fuck happened.
So, what happened was, you broke out, and then you found Loki, and Loki was like, oh, I love you, dude. You were like, dude, I love you. And the Avengers were like, dude, what the fuck?
Step the fuck up!
And Kyle, step the fuck up. And you're like, hey, Loki / Gabe, I know you as Gabe, but the Avengers know you as Loki, and you're the character that ties us in together, because otherwise this shit don't make no sense. It don't make no sense anyways. Loki, bro, here's your knife back. And Loki's like, no, dude, it's good. You keep it. You're like family to me. In fact, I'm gonna kill my real brother, Thor, because you're more like family to me than, like, my real brother, so fuck it.
So wait, they just killed Thor?
No, Thor's not dead, but that's
Okay,
what
good.
Loki said to Thor. He's like, dude, you killed my other brother, my other bro. Now it's time to kill you, bro. And Thor's like, no, bro.
Bro, no.
Bro, don't do it, bro.
Oh, don't do it. Oh my god.
Oh my god. Alright, so
let's
this is
finish this bitch.
Avenger's point of view. If I can find out what to do with that, XD.
Oh, girl, you can't figure out what to do with anything in this story.
The new joined man pouted as your name turned around. Such a flirt, he replied. Seems like you were a live feather duster. Perhaps Loki smiled at the words.
Hot.
He let your name go and asked, King of damn, lovely to see you again. How's Thea? Thea's fine, just still for some reason seems to hate me. Though she does as I say. The man called as King of Damned, or Rotten said. Then the rest of the Winchesters seemed like to have caught something, or someone in this room's signal. I don't know. Kind of nearly knocked Tony off his feet, as he were standing close to the door, blocking his way. Sorry about that. There could be heard Sam say apology. Is that who I think it is, dude? Well, that sounded rather Harris. Hell yeah, it is, Dino. So, not, Loki replied with a mocking smile. What the hell is going on? Tony yelled frustrated. Bitch, me too.
Same.
Biggest Tony yelled frustrated.
Tony, hey, this is why we all love you 3000.
How
many people just cried?
Me.
Same.
Hey Loki, what do you say to bring us home, you asked and ignored Tony. You and the boys? Let me see. You yes, them no, Loki smirked, and you rolled your eyes. You whispered something in his ear, and he smiled even bigger. I guess I would do that then. You offer to suck his dick, my guy?
Wait, what?
You sucking Loki dick?
You low-key sucking some Loki dick?
You low-key sucking some Gabe dick?
You sucking the Gabe dick on the low-key?
Are you sucking dick? How bitch you sucking dick? How bitch you sucking dick?
He gonna suck a dick. Get that Richard dick.
Loki went over and grabbed the two brothers' shoulders as you held on to Loki's cape. Sweet home. Nice we finally out of there, you mumbled, and released Loki's cape. Sam and Dean sat down in the chair in the bunkers. Sam really looked like he didn't know what to do. Dean just sat there with a rather blank, nearly bitch-faced look. Somebody who want pie? You yelled. Dean, who reached way too fast before a normal person, jumped up, but stumbled and fell forward. Sam, Loki, and you chuckled. Son of a bitch, said the last word with a glare, and a smile broke through. Jerk, Sam automatically replied. The end.
So, last time, what the fuck just happened?
So, you were like, hey, Loki, I'm gonna suck your dick if you get me and my bros out of here. And Loki was like, aye, and just, like, poofed you back to the bunker.
Alright.
That's it. And then you sucked some Loki dick.
And then you sucked the Richard Spate dick. Got it. Mm-hmm. Alright. This was a fun time, guys.
It is now 1 a.m.
1 a.m. Before the 1 a.m. brain hits, let's close this out. So, any closing thoughts?
Just, like, follow your dreams, be yourself.
And suck some Loki dick.
Suck some Loki dick, and also learn grammar.
Yeah, please.
Like, that didn't need to be that bad. Like, y'all probably think I was really hamming it up. I was not. I was genuinely trying to do my best, and it was like, nah, bitch, no.
I still can't even comprehend what the fuck happened. Your summaries gave me life, though. Those were quality. Best part of this.
The whole bag of jelly beans up my ass.
I think that's about it in that regard. Join us next week when we're gonna be playing another fun little game. Look forward to that fun. I know I will. Next week is just gonna be another fun game time. All the podcasts.
Shame time. Am I right?
Yeah. Big time rush time. Go. It's 1 a.m. I'm dumb.
Alright, goodbye.
So go follow the podcast social medias. They will all be linked down below, as well as both of our own social medias. And yeah, that's about it. Bye, guys.
We love y'all. Goodbye.
Love you. Bye.
Bye.